What's up, guys?
Hello.
So, this is going to be the first episode of the Yoloderr podcast.
What?
I know I promised when I started this channel up that I was going to start doing wrestling and other news things and podcasts. Well, here we go. We're going to start this now. And
Right now.
obviously, you can see by the picture right here, our main subject is going to be the Royal Rumble, which is, tonight. Well, we're filming this the day before, which will come out the day of the Royal Rumble. So,
You're not supposed to tell them our secrets.
this ain't wrestling, okay? We'll break the fourth wall here, all right? So,
That's me breaking the fourth wall.
but if you guys didn't know, the lovely lady next to me is my wife, Mandy. If you didn't know that, you're I don't know where you've been for the last 5, 6 years, but it is what it is. And then there's the buggy sound behind her.
Never too far.
Nope, never too far from her mother. She's a mother's girl. So we're gonna start this off though, and this is basically, you know, we're gonna get into our predictions for the Royal Rumble. Now, I'm not gonna bore you guys with my big elaborate um story, my storyline. What I would have done.
It's big. It's long. Oh,
That's what she said.
okay. Wasn't sure if we could,
Oh no, this is not for children. This podcast will not be for children, especially when I cover other subjects. Um, which the next episode of the podcast I will kind of go over everything and all that. But I figured to start off this one with a bang, like do something interesting right off the bat here. No boring introduction like my name's Kyle. I like to vape and blah 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 blah. Okay,
Hi, I'm Kyle.
so the first match that we are gonna submit our predictions for are the Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens United States Championship match. Mandy, what is your pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have like an elaborate theory to why I pick it. I'm just going with Logan as I love KO, and I love him dearly. Um I think Logan's just going to keep a hold on to it. And I think either their storyline will keep going, maybe, or he'll just, hold on to it and something else will happen.
So I'm with Mandy on this. It's going to be a 2-0 for Logan Paul here. Logan Paul is definitely going to be winning the title. I don't think the storylines can continue after this. It might maybe into Elimination Chamber, but I'm going to go with a prediction that later on that it's going to be um, Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States title.
What?
Which
It's going to be, wait, it's going to be who?
LA Knight.
Yeah.
But it's more like on the lines that not Paul. Logan's already established himself in the ring. Not saying LA Knight's not either. It's just that LA Knight needs a title around his waist.
He does. I agree.
Like when he was in Impact, he was a champion over there and all that. But now he needs something to establish himself here in the WWE. And I feel like this is a good start. I don't have any other remarks. I mean, again, we're we're both big Kevin Owens fans, so it hurts us to say that. Really does.
Really, really,
But
really does.
it's going to Logan, unfortunately.
I mean, nothing. I know there's a lot of hate with Logan. There's
Yes.
hate and there's love, and we're very indifferent with him. We don't know him as a personal person.
Right.
Personal person? Whatever.
Personal person?
We don't know him personally.
Personal person.
But he's a good wrestler. He has grown from the very first time he stepped foot in the ring. He has grown.
Yes.
And I just think he's just gotten really, really good and someone to watch out for.
Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, again, we kind of grew up with Logan Paul. We know him as a YouTuber and some of the things he's done
But
on that platform.
that was in the past. It was in the past.
We'll get onto it was in the past thing later.
No. His stuff was in the past, all right? His stuff. Let's move on.
I just gotta say one last remark. I feel like if it caught wind again with the younger generations, something would happen.
Yeah, but we're talking about his wrestling career
I know,
here.
I know. I'm throwing that out there, all right? So, all right. So the next subject up on the par here is the Fatal 4-Way match, which you got LA Knight,
Yeah.
AJ Styles. No, you got Randy Orton, and your reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the world, the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Fatal 4-Way. So, for those who don't know the rules of the Fatal 4-Way, it's the first one to.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. So.
Okay, I think I'm good.
You good? Okay. So, Fatal 4-Way, it's the first one to secure a pinfall, or a submission. There are no DQ. So, that means we're going to see Bloodline interfere. Without a doubt, Bloodline's going to be interfering. Maybe the OC to help out AJ Styles.
Sorry. I didn't take my allergy pill. Sorry. Okay.
Are you good?
I think so.
I see little hairs flying in the air, so that could be the cause. I just saw a little piece of hair just float across the camera. So, but yeah, I see the OC potentially maybe interfering.
I don't know because he's kind of been burning bridges.
I mean, Orton's got no one, unfortunately.
Well, didn't Uso help him? I might be mistaken. Don't take my word for that. Cut that out, baby.
I mean, I'm gonna leave that in. Because technically, that's when he was on Raw before he made the decision to go to SmackDown.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, it could happen though. It could. We
But-
don't know.
But you're right. He does have no one behind him, technically. He doesn't have, like, friend group like the other two.
Right. So, I mean, as of lately, they've been pushing Randy to potentially win. Like, they're saying, like, he could be the 15-time world champion, blah, 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 all that. So, with all this in the blender now, with all this out, who's your prediction on winning the Fatal 4-Way match? And tell me why it's not Roman Reigns.
Did you say tell you why it's not Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Well, wait. I don't want you to see my other predictions. I literally have Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I don't have long stories on why I picked who I picked. Because I don't know. Not that I'm not that invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. I feel silly sometimes. So I feel like I'd just be off the wall if I had like a long explanation. But I picked Roman because it's Roman. Need I say more, really? It's Roman.
Just picking Roman because it's Roman.
It's not because it's Roman. It's because they want to continue on with him. They want to continue on this Roman Empire. Literally.
The Roman Empire, you know, all that all men think about all the time,
Yes.
according to TikTok.
Yes, and this is the wrestling Roman Empire because it is Roman Reigns. He is the tribal chief. Now, Do I personally want him to win? No. Because I'm not a big fan of Roman. He's great, but I think he needs to get rid of that title. I would personally like to see LA Knight. That's just because I'm a huge fan of LA Knight. Or Randy. He's good. You know, he came back. But my only thing with Randy is he's just going to be like another Roman. He's just going to be another part-timer. He's like Logan Paul, just shows up when he wants to.
Okay. All right.
But I think Roman's going to hold on to it.
So, this is me just long-term storytelling over here because that's just how I do things. I'm basically a Triple H. Before I get into that, I just want to mention that Mandy is just getting into wrestling. This is maybe now her third or fourth year getting into this. I mean, she took me to an NXT show like a year after we started dating.
Yeah, but I'd give it a good, I've got 2 years really, where I've been like watching it and keeping up with the news when Kyle tells me things. I don't watch a lot of stuff like he does behind the scenes. I just watch like the weekly stuff and then the pay-per-views.
Yeah. So just so that way, like, yes, and not getting mad at her opinions or her remarks.
Be nice.
She's like your typical viewer with some extra knowledge that she gets from me.
Yeah.
So with just putting that out there, Roman Reigns is going to retain until he beats Hulk Hogan's record.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry.
Because, and here's something you'll find out from me guys, I do not like the golden era of WWF/E. Horrible time. Hulk Hogan, horrible. Absolutely horrendous. I do not like Hulk Hogan whatsoever, and I am very upset that they're doing this whole Hulk a mania thing for the new WWE 2K24, and I swear to God right now, mark my words, I probably won't do it, but I'm going to say it out loud anyways. If Hulk Hogan shows his old dirty ass in the freaking Royal Rumble tomorrow, I will stop watching it right now.
No, he will not.
I will stop watching it.
No, he won't. I know that for a fact he will not because of how much of a wrestling fan he is. So I'm going to call him out on that. He'll just be really mad and shaking his head like he is now.
I don't. But back to the match. Roman is going to retain the title with interference. And I'm throwing this one out. With interference from The Rock himself.
Ooh, I thought you were just going to say from, you know, his little minions.
From the bloodline. No. I think The Rock's going to come in because he's going to be like, no. I want to beat your ass. I want to be the one to go for the title. And here's my kicker on this, all right? Because everyone is wanting Roman versus Rock at Mania for the title. Newsflash, that ain't happening. And might happen, if it does happen, Rock's not going to grab the title from him. This is just The Rock going, here's the torch, goodbye.
No, again, because The Rock is going to be super part-timer. I think who holds this belt needs to not be a part-timer. And nothing against Roman. I know he has his issues, and this is why he is a part-timer. Or, actually, I don't know if that's even true. But that's my speculations on why he's a part-timer, is because of his health and things like that. Which is fine. And he's getting older. You know? You can't always be a full-timer.
Look at Seth. Prime example. What happened?
My boy.
That's what happens when you're a full-timer like Seth, just defending the belt over and over and over again. You're gonna screw yourself over. So,
which is true. So it sucks for me wanting a full-timer to have the belt because look at freaking Rollins. He's basically just...
He's a workhorse champion.
Yeah, and he's basically just wearing his body thin.
Yeah.
And it sucks because he could possibly end his career a lot sooner than he wants to.
Yep.
If he keeps doing what he's doing. So I understand why there's part-timers. I get that because I don't know. I couldn't do what they do.
Right.
But I think a full-timer needs to have like that big title.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree. But I also think that they kind of want to monetize the long title reigns because no one's had in like the 2010s. And you had Punk who had a title for 300, 400 some days, Brock for 400 some days, yada yada yada. But no one was coming close to Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, and Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is them like, listen, we got kind of the time now to kind of build up everybody else's character, finally get the one to nail the coffin on Roman's reign. And I feel like that's what's going to end up eventually happening.
Yeah, I could see that. My only fear is what's going to happen when Roman hits Hulk Hogan's time or days. That means the next person is going to have to outdo Roman's days.
Not necessarily. I feel like, I feel like the next reign that would happen to be this long would probably be long past our time. You know what I'm saying? Like way down the road. Yeah, I know, and it's kind of morbid to say.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry about that.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry. I feel like they're just kind of like, basically making Roman the modern Hulk Hogan.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And then immortalize him for that reason.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, let's get off this. Let's get off this.
Roman could just be a whole episode or a half of an episode.
Oh, yeah, easily. But now we gotta get on to the Women's Rumble, and I'm smirking on this one.
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, because he told me this, he told me his predictions like a while ago or whatever, and my sentence is like a follow-up to yours, if I remember correctly. If I remember your predictions correctly.
So, long story short, I have Bayley winning the Royal Rumble. Now, however, a lot of the things I talked about, I had this whole thing staged like back in, Survivor Series?
Yeah, you've been working on this for a while.
I thought they were going to lose Survivor Series, which they did. And then they're going to start turning on Bayley by now. And then she was going to jump into Royal Rumble to defeat Io, or to say that she's going after Io Sky.
Which, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
How you said you thought they were going to turn on Bayley now. Friday's SmackDown.
Yeah, okay.
Did you see how Kyrie was like, skirt, not hugging you, Bayley. You even pointed that out to me, and I had to rewind and be like, oh, so maybe
it could happen in the next week. Maybe Bayley wins, and then the next SmackDown before she announces the whole I'm gonna challenge Rhea for the title, like she's been saying for the last week now. She'd be like, oh no, I'm going after you, B word. I'm going after you, girl. I'm done being second fiddle over here. I'm coming after you now, EO. Because I feel like, and hear me out, because Becky and Rhea's little promo they did, was it 2 weeks now? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That was fire. That was absolutely they need to put that on the card, otherwise they're messing up. And Triple H knows that if he does not put that on the card, he's messing up. He already knows that. They might have a small little bout for Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, I'm not saying anything about that. We'll do a whole episode on that one, okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. But I truly believe that Bayley is winning the Royal Rumble match. And out of, let me get my sources correct here. So far, from the picture, it's different, but there's only been 6 women announced for the Royal Rumble right now, which is Bayley, Nia Jax, Becky, Bianca, Maxine Dupree, and Ivy Nile. Love Maxine. She's doing good. She's doing good. but she's not title worthy yet.
Mm-mm.
Same thing with Ivy. She's great in the ring. She just came up from NXT. Don't see that happening. They did that once with Paige. It was great, but she won the title after Mania kind of thing, not Royal Rumble status. I don't see that happening. I feel like it's gonna be Becky, Bayley, returning Sasha Banks, and
Woo, curveball.
a returning Naomi is the final four of the women's. I'm going to throw that extra prediction out there. You don't have to do that. You just have to predict who's going to win. But that's my final four that I think is going to be in the women's Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
So what is your prediction?
All right. My prediction. I really, really would love Becky to win.
Okay.
I love her. She's great. She puts on a heck of a show. But I think you're right with going with Bayley.
You think so?
I think so because of everything that they've been stacking up. It makes sense. But with me saying that, they've also been stacking up stuff with Becky. So I feel like it's going to be Becky and Bayley head to head at the end, but I think Bayley is going to take the win.
Okay. Now, I'm going to throw one more thing out there. Going with my little long-term story thing I did. Bayley is not going to win at Mania if she challenges Io. And here's why. This is long-term looking now. We're going a couple of months ahead here.
Super long.
SummerSlam. The next big 5 pay-per-views. Money in the Bank is now considered big 5. But this match that I'm thinking, it's Io, Kairi, and Asuka for the women's title. That'd be a absolute awesome triple threat, in my opinion.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I could see that.
That's what I'm going with. But again, we're going way ahead of ourselves. I just like to book ahead. That's just me. That's just me. So, all right. Why are we back on this picture? I don't know. But now let's do the last Rumble here. The men's. So as of right now, after SmackDown we've seen, there's a couple that drew their number. But we have Cody, we have CM Punk, Shinsuke, Bubbles Lashley. I call him Bubbles, guys. Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa. Oh my goodness, I messed up his name. Kofi Kingston, Damian Priest, Santos, R-Truth, Carlito, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Jimmy Uso. Now.
No Jay.
No Jay. Jay hasn't been announced, but I feel like he's gonna show. And before we get to the predictions part of that. Oh, do you have a prediction?
Oh, hi.
Do you have a prediction?
You guys, you can't see.
Okay, bye. So, because this is the road to WrestleMania. So this is where all the stories start building up for Mania.
Mm-hmm.
There's been rumored numerous times on numerous sources that they're aiming to do a Jimmy versus Jay match at WrestleMania. And I feel like since Jimmy just announced he's going to be in the Rumble, Jay's going to be in it too, and he's going to eliminate Jimmy, and that's what's going to start the feud. Because what's a good way to, one, piss off your brother, two, get some the story going. Bro, you messed up my opportunity for the title.
Yeah. That would really get the ball rolling.
Yeah. I mean, granted, a lot of stories kind of start off in the Rumble. One prediction I had, and now that's debunked with all the BS that happened in the last 48 hours. I had Brock and Gunther's feud starting during the Rumble, but like I stated, with everything that's been going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that here in a second. My pick, and I know everyone's saying now that it's gonna be Gunther versus Seth, or Cody versus Seth, or someone else versus Seth. I am still going with my pick since he stepped foot in a WWE arena in his first time in over 9 years. And to add, yesterday, the Friday, the 26th, was officially 10 years since he left WWE. CM Punk is winning the Men's Royal Rumble at entry number 25. Calling it right now.
Wow. I am like speechless. That's what you think?
Yes. By a mile.
Wow.
By a mile.
Wow. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Wow. She shook too. You should see her face. She's like, okay, well, I just picked the person that I would like to win. I have no reasoning. Honestly, I literally just wrote the name. And I wrote the name, win, exclamation point. Cody Rhodes.
And I get it. I get it. Because you want to see him finish the story.
I do. So that, I guess that would be a reasoning, is because I want to see him finish it.
Right.
I want to see... I don't know. He's just amazing.
I get it.
I feel like I'm fangirling, even though he's not here. But, like, the storylines with him are just so great, except for the Shinsuke Nakamura one. But I just feel like it could go, I don't know, like, there could be a huge storyline with this.
Oh, yeah.
With him winning. Now, with
Easily.
CM Punk, I mean, there could be a storyline, yeah, because everyone's hating on him.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see that, too. That's why I'm, like, shook. I'm like, wow, I wrote this before I even knew. I didn't know he made that prediction. Like, he told me his predictions. I don't remember the one he said for the men's. I'm going to be honest, I don't. And now this curveball, I'm like, I'm completely shook, and I feel like I should change my answer, but then I shouldn't because I need to have my own opinion. But my opinion is literally just because I love Cody Rhodes. Not saying that I don't love any of the other men that are on the match.
Right.
Or in the match. But I don't know. Cody needs to finish it. He needs this. He needs it. I think he needs it.
Yeah, he does need it. I will agree. But Pepsi Phil, he's winning it. He's winning it.
Pepsi Phil?
That's a little nickname that a lot of people like to give him. Because he has a big Pepsi logo tattoo on him.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I'm going to throw out a little extra thing for the Men's Rumble. All right, because, we always get a surprise entrant. So, and let me get his name correct before I butcher the heck out of it.
Did they list all the men there? Is that everybody?
As of right now, that's everybody.
Oh, but it's not like the full thing.
No, it's not the full list. All right, so there's been reports that Tama Tonga is done with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, if you guys don't know who Tama Tonga is, he is one of the original founding members of Bullet Club. Now, you're wondering why would I mention this? Well, because there's been reports that he wants to go to WWE to be with his fellow co-founders of Bullet Club, Carl Anderson and Prince Devitt, aka Finn Balor.
Ooh.
So I'm calling this right now. Bullet Club WWE confirmed. Yes. And I will see him make his debut on WWE tomorrow night. That's what I'm calling right now.
It's funny that you mentioned that about Finn.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Because
Damien's announced for it, but not Finn.
really,
Yeah. Yeah, Damien, Mr.
oh,
Senior Money in the Bank.
Senor. But it's funny that you mentioned that about Finn because wasn't there some like? No, that was with Priest. Okay, maybe I have to rewatch Monday. Was it Monday that they did this, or was it last week? I think it was Monday.
I don't.
Didn't Finn have some kind of like attitude with?
Yeah, it was this past week. Because Rhea's like, I want the big bad, Finn back, not the joking Finn. And then he beat the living crap out of was it Gargano?
Yeah, and he's also kind of been like MIA for a couple of like their little backroom session chats and stuff.
This is I'm starting
Hmm.
to feel like the OC is gonna like kind of break up, and
Oh
then
yeah.
Judgment Day is gonna kind of break up too,
Hmm.
and then like it's gonna be like a Carl Anderson, Finn, and Tonga just be like, "Yo, Bullet Club's here. Screw you all. We're taking over," kind of thing. Because I mean, they took over in New Japan. They legit took over. That's why they're so hot. They're like our modern NWO. So that's where I'm going with this. That's where I'm going because I would like to see it happen. But I mean, with the Rumble, it's so unpredictable. It's stupid. It's honestly so stupid. We can't really predict what can happen
Yeah, and this is the first pay-per-view
of the
of the
road.
new year.
Yep, and that's the as they say as their tagline: the road to WrestleMania starts at Royal Rumble.
So anything
Yeah,
can happen. Surprises, breakups, makeups, anything can happen because like he keeps saying, it is the road to WrestleMania. So it's wide open.
right. So speaking of Mania, let's get on the subject of this real quick. Let's not do a super long one. I it deals with one person in particular, and well, not just that one person in particular, but I kind of want to go over the Seth thing.
Seth.
Do you think he's gonna make it to Mania?
No.
Honestly,
No. Nope. No hesitation in my answer. I do not. I love you, Seth frickin' Rollins. Ask my husband here. I do his little cheer chant thingy. Yep. I do the dance. I love the crazy outfits. Everything. You're amazing, but you are killing yourself. And I'm talking like he's gonna hear this.
right? Maybe he will. We don't know.
I think you need to take a break, my dude. So no, I do not think he's gonna make it. I think that he's going to realize that he can't make it. And he needs to step back and he needs to go through either surgeries, probably surgeries,
Right.
and the rehabilitation to help heal.
So, for those who don't really follow the wrestlers' social medias and whatnot, here is my foreseen future for the World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania. So, as noted, CM Punk's winning the Rumble. Okay? So, let's grab that, put that over here for right now.
As
All right?
noted by Kyle.
Seth's not going to make it. He's going to eventually be like, yeah, listen, guys, love y'all, can't do it. I'm not going to make it to Mania. So, they're going to have like this whole tournament thing, the crowned a new champion, and then they're going to have whoever wins, I don't know who. I don't know who I can really say. Maybe Kofi wins it, all right? Okay? Just throwing a random name out there. Senor Money in the Bank cashes in, right? So then, who's been getting into it with Priest lately? Drew McIntyre.
I was gonna say mommy.
Well, besides mine. Drew McIntyre and him are gonna have a feud.
I just got chills.
He's gonna drop the title to Drew at Elimination Chamber. Because lately, Drew's been calling out CM Punk, storyline obviously, calling out CM Punk like, oh, I'm at this house show. Where's CM Punk, the supposed locker room leader? Like, he's calling out Punk. So I feel like this would be a good replacement in Seth being injured, bring Drew in, boom. Because I get it, they want to put the title on Gunther for Bash at Berlin. I trust me, I would love to see that happen for Gunther. I love Gunther. He's one of my favorites. But it's too soon for him to have that title. Because he still has IC. Yes, I get it. He can be a two-time or two-title holder. He can be a two-title Gunther. All right, whatever. No, they're not going to do that because that's horrible booking and that's not Triple H's kind of motive. I truly believe that we're going to have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. So it kind of completes two stories at once. You got CM Punk, who's never main evented as a WrestleMania ever. Check that off the list. And then you get Drew his WrestleMania moment that he didn't get because of lockdown.
Chills. Check and they're multiplying. Okay, first of all, I need you to wear a tinfoil hat when you make these long predictions. Not saying that what you're saying is kooky. It's not. It's just, it's wow. It's out there, yes, but one thing you guys don't know about my husband over here, sometimes his predictions might seem kooky, but they come true. Like, he is a freaking wizard. He is a wrestling wizard.
Not to like to my own horn here, but the whole 2022 year, I was off one or two matches of predictions. But
Yeah.
every single match, I predicted everything down to table break, interference, and bloodshed.
Wizard. So, wow. Chills. I can see that happening.
They have that card, so they have that in their hands now. Now, if it doesn't happen, I could still see Punk winning the title, and it's going to be a fight between him and Drew for a little bit. I'm not too upset by that by any means. And then, they got to do something with Priest here. They got to do something because Money in the Bank is knocking on the door. We're 4 months out from Money in the Bank. 4 months.
Yeah, and he needs to release that little purple briefcase, my dude, because you're going to run out of time.
Yep.
And then you're going to be SOL, and you're going to be so sad you didn't get to use it.
Yep. So
because all your friends kept interfering, which, by the way, I think that's what's going to also help break up Judgment Day.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Because he also... Sorry, I'm totally interrupting you.
You're good.
Because he's also been getting really snotty towards his whole group.
Besides
and especially... Truth. Besides who?
Besides Truth.
No. I was just going to say, on Monday, he did get real snotty with Truth. Didn't they fight? He literally was, like, fighting him.
We're not fighting him, but he just beat the snot out of him. Like,
well, that's a fight,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they didn't have, like, an actual match set together, but, like, that, he fought him.
True.
So, I mean, granted, he was like, oh, this is all fun and games. Like, you guys just need to blow him off kind of thing.
That's what she said.
Anyways, I can see that happening, and that gave me chills because, yeah, Drew has been itching for this.
Now, let's move on to another subject here. I could not find a good segue.
I don't okay.
Like, we're just getting close to the mark. I want to, like, cut things out, get close to the end here. I don't want people being like, wow, this is a 2 hour long podcast. That's blouse kind of thing. So, I know. So, this deals with WrestleMania.
Okay.
This guy right here, Rock, the Dwayne, Maui Johnson.
Okay.
Do you see that actually happening, though, at Mania? Do you see him having a match at Mania?
I could see him having a match. Do I see him winning said match? Any match? No. It's gonna be like, was it last Mania? Yeah, John Cena.
Well,
2 Manias
yeah.
ago.
No, it was
No.
last. It was last one
Okay.
with Theory. Yep.
Yeah, it's just gonna be this awesome match where it's like, oh my god, he's gonna get it. No, he's not. He's gonna get it. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get it.
No.
Yes, he is now announced to have more of a foot in wrestling, which is great.
Especially since now he's part of the board of TKO.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Now he's got his feet more in wrestling, because he left, became this awesome movie star, and now he's dabbling back in, but he's still a movie star.
Yeah.
Yes, he has this huge wrestling career. It's amazing. But I think his wrestling career is
About up.
Yeah, it's pretty dunzo, which is good because he's an older guy.
Yeah.
His body is tired of that. He might work out crazily and he might have great health and everything like that, but he's an older guy. Give these newbies, bring some people in.
Right. So you think he's gonna have a match at Mania? Basically, down to the line.
Yeah. Long story short, he'll have a match. He won't win.
Ready for my bold prediction?
Oh boy.
He is not gonna have a match at WrestleMania. He might appear. He might talk. He ain't wrestling.
I mean, I can see that too. I can see it going both ways.
And here's why. So, this was a couple of months ago. A report came out when the Elimination Chamber was announced for Australia that the Australian government, for entertainment or whatever it's called, sorry, butchering it, whatever, they specifically asked if they could bring someone big in, like The Rock. They even mentioned The Rock's name to come to Australia to appear at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And this is why I think, if anything, we'll see either Russell there at Elimination Chamber, because he was requested to by the Australian government, need I say, the ones who are paying WWE the big bucks to do this, or, and this is where I know a lot of groans are going to happen, and I'm going to be a part of that too, Crown Jewel is where we'll see The Rock, Russell, Roman. Because Crown Jewel happens after SummerSlam, and I feel like, and again, this is me again,
Tinfoil hat.
I feel like Cody winning at Mania would be great and all, but Cody winning that title at SummerSlam would be a little bit more close to the heart.
Why is that?
Because that's where his dad made his debut.
Oh, why'd you have to say that? So sentimental.
So, I feel like that's what is going to happen. But, who knows?
Yeah, the wrestling world is crazy. They throw curveballs at us all the time. Or they can be pretty predictable. But lately...
Oh, you just left me with a really good segue here.
Yes. What?
Unfortunately, and this is where we have to be kind of serious now, because this is some serious stuff, but with the whole wrestling throws curveballs and all that, we got to unfortunately talk about this man.
Oh, that picture.
Yeah, I couldn't find it more of a non-flattering picture of this man.
That's just...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to make it a little bit bigger, but...
Why?
I don't know. If you guys don't know, there's been some really, really disgusting things that this man has done.
Mm-hmm.
It was just announced during SmackDown tonight that he has stepped away from TKO in WWE again. He stepped away from WWE, what was it, last year, 2 years ago, when other allegations came out.
Yeah.
what I want to know is, we're not gonna get into the subject of what happened and all that. You guys probably already know about it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's very, very, very messed up.
Yeah, if you don't Google it, because I don't really want to go in depth with it.
Yeah,
It's
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 just
disgusting.
absolutely horrendous. I mean, just the sugarcoat kind of everything going on. Slim Jim pulled their sponsorship for their Elimination Chamber pay per view. There was sense of another company pulling out their sponsorship because of these allegations. Brock Lesnar is pulled from Royal Rumble, supposedly. Rumors, who knows? I'm getting my sources from everywhere. Um,
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those like, you know, do you see this being the final nail in the McMahon era?
I 100% hope it is. I know that there was allegations previously, like what, 2 years ago,
Yeah,
um of him doing awful things. And then he still had his foot in the business, and everyone was not happy with that. But the stuff that has come out recently is absolutely,
it just foreshadows everything that happened before.
yeah, it's it's just vile. And honestly, I can't even look at the picture that's up there. It's just absolutely disgusting. So I really hope this is like he's done. He's out for
We'll
good.
put that one back up. We'll stop. We won't look at the
Thank
picture
you.
anymore. Um, I feel like Vince has dug his grave. He's done.
Good.
He's
Bye.
absolutely. I feel like he is done. You got. I mean, you had Stephanie, his own daughter. Was like, I don't want to help you out with this shit. Like, this is too much for me as a woman to handle, kind of thing. That's what I feel like she said. Like, I'm done. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be a part of your life anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's any. I've tried looking if there's been anything about her saying anything.
I mean, so like no one has made any remarks on the whole ordeal, like any wrestlers or any of the family members. If I'm not mistaken, is she still? So she's still technically married to him? Really?
Well, whatever. I
Why?
money, honey.
She's part of the. She works in the government.
Well, regardless, if I was Stephanie, yeah, I would not. I wouldn't even be able to look at my dad.
If I was Linda, I'd be gone. Bye.
I mean that too. If I was, I can't even say it.
And if I was Shane, I would step in now and try to take over.
That's if he even wants it.
True, true, true.
And the same with Stephanie. Like, don't they have kids?
Yeah. So
I mean, she just might want to sit back, relax with her babies or her kids, however old they are, and just watch her man take over, and just wash her hands of it, basically, or just stay behind the scenes and continue doing things behind the scenes. That's her prerogative.
Right.
That's not what the subject is about.
It's
we're going
more
off.
of a. You think that individual is done? Yes, he's done. Set in stone. We will. He will. The McMahon era in WWE is dead. It's done. No more.
I'm really hoping that is true. Really, really hoping.
And I'm hoping, and I know a lot of people are not going to like this remark. I hope this is the final nail in Brock Lesnar's career as well. If you don't know, again, you can look it up. It's everywhere now. But no. And John Laurinaitis too. Bye.
You're grown men. Just do better. Just do better. Just be better.
Yeah.
Because you have power, because you have money, just do better.
Yeah, that's unfortunately how they see it.
It's gross. And I have like quotes and everything like of something that McMahon said. I mean, I'm on CNN Business or CNN.com. And he's just like, out of respect for the WWE universe. Gag me.
Yeah, extraordinary TKO business and its board members and shareholders, partners, and
constituents.
And all the employees and superstars help WWE into the global leader is say, I decided to resign from my executive chairman and the TKO board of directors effective immediately. Wow. Woe was me as fuck there.
How big of you, Mr. McMahon?
Woe was me. Like, no. You had your little thing that you did when the allegations came out, when you did your little speech on Raw and SmackDown, trying to be like the whole, well, you know, I'm showing them how tough I am, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, guess what? This lady actually had receipts on you, dude. You're done.
Yeah, and again, they keep saying everything is allegedly, but there is receipts.
Yeah.
And again, Google it.
Yep.
It's everywhere. We aren't going to show the receipts. We aren't going to show anything else.
No. And I will say, like, you know, like our little podcast thing here, it's not going to be a daily or a weekly thing. It's mainly going to be like the day before the pay-per-views and all that.
Yeah.
If you want to catch up with wrestling news, I would say, you know, Sean Ross Sapp is a good resource for that. He's very good at getting his resources. Wrestle Talk is another great one. I'll have links post down below for both of them, so make sure you go check them out.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll keep you guys updated on all that. I mean, that's where I get a lot of my resources from, is from those two alone. So.
And again, our podcast is just to have fun, but I felt like we did have to like speak upon it because it's huge right now. It like literally just came about.
Yeah, like I said, within the last 48 hours, this came from literally nothing into Vince saying bye in the middle of SmackDown.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways,
I think we're gonna end on a good note here. Just kind of like ease out of this. I hope you guys have a great time watching the Royal Rumble. If you don't watch WWE and you're gonna watch AEW, I'm sorry. Why?
Hey. Okay. We're not hating on anybody. We're not hating on anybody's
Fine.
or yucking anyone's yum. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to watch AEW, you watch AEW. We're not reporting on AEW. Sorry.
No, but we're gonna have an episode on them. Don't worry.
Okay, he follows along with some AEW stuff. I don't watch it. I don't have an interest in it. I'm sorry. But we're not gonna yuck your yum. If you like it, you like it. Okay. We're not here to bash anyone.
Fine.
I will be the positive one here.
But all right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching for the first episode. I know this is kind of weird for the first episode. We're just kind of like not talking about us, and I didn't really want to do that. So
you can come back for the next. Next.
We'll do introductions of each other the next time around. But
if you want it.
But it is what it is. All right, we're done. Okay. See you guys in the next one. Jump in Discord. Follow me on all social medias. Grab my own merch down below. And hit the bell notification. I got other videos coming out, so not just wrestling stuff, but other stuff too. So, bye.
Bye. Oh, I did the John Cena thing.
Oh.
Nerds.